Jennifer Lewke is on the Troy side tonight with our top story. And Jen, there's another bridge in Troy that will remain shut down until next year, and that one's actually going to be replaced. What's DOT saying about all this as we head now into what could be a pretty rough winter?
Yeah, Liz, well, good evening. The Department of Transportation says that it spotted both of these issues with both of these bridges during routine inspections. They inspect bridges at least once every 2 years. And the one behind me, they inspected last Tuesday, almost exactly a week ago. The inspectors then went back to DOT, met with a group of engineers and bridge experts, and then decided on Friday that that crack was dangerous enough that it needed to shut down the entire bridge. They did repairs over the weekend, got it back open. But obviously, with two in Troy in just 2 weeks, it brings up a lot of questions, so we took those questions straight to the Department of Transportation.
The DOT is tasked with inspecting about 1,900 bridges in the capital region alone.
Every bridge in New York State's inspected at least every 2 years. Some bridges that are are known to have some issues are inspected more frequently. But as a rule,
in Albany County, there are 24 bridges considered structurally deficient that require that extra attention, and another 113 that are functionally obsolete, meaning it's not the way it would have been built today. In Schenectady County, there are 14 deficient bridges and 37 obsolete ones. And in Saratoga County, 29 deficient and 35 obsolete bridges.
they're out there in a snooper with a bucket truck that kind of goes underneath. They're up inspecting the beams above the bridge, and it's really a thorough and hours and hours long inspection process.
The Department of Transportation says regardless of what safety rating or designation a bridge has, if it's open, it's safe to be driving over. But there's no question our bridges here in New York don't fare as well as bridges in other parts of the country.
They're built at a sooner point than most of the rest of the country. We deal with cold winters, freeze-thaw cycles, snow and ice conditions, and obviously they're aging, and wear and tear does take its toll on the infrastructure. When
it comes to either fixing them or replacing them, what is the funding situation? How many can you get done in any given year?
It's tough. It really is tough. But we kind of get done as many as we can. But obviously, yeah, there needs to be a focus on infrastructure in this country, I think.
Now, while the Department of Transportation inspects about 95% of the bridges here in New York, they're only responsible for fixing the ones that are on state highways or state property. This one has been fixed. The other one in Troy is actually the responsibility of the city of Troy, and they say that replacement will happen early next year and hope to be open again. That's on the Spring Avenue Bridge by the fall of next year. But of course, Liz, we wanted to ask if this cold weather has anything to do with any of these issues, and the Department of Transportation says not directly. While it's cold out, they're not going to see any problems with this cold compared to what they've seen in years past. But they did say that they don't normally inspect January and February. They normally take a break because everything is so frozen, it's hard to inspect. So they are trying to get a final look at any of the bridges that they had issues with in the past.
Well, that sounds good for us for sure. This might be a hard question to answer, Jen, but you throw around the terms functionally obsolete and wear and tear, and you start to wonder, how long is a bridge good for? Is there an actual lifespan of a span?
Yeah, actually, Liz, I asked that very question today. I'm told between 50 and 75 years is how long a bridge should last. And those words, structurally deficient or functionally obsolete, they're kind of scary, but the Department of Transportation says they wouldn't keep a bridge open if it wasn't safe. Functionally obsolete basically means that if they were to build that bridge again today, it wouldn't be built the exact same way. There's better standards, tougher standards now. But yeah, 50 to 75 years, and we know the infrastructure here in New York is old, and they have to get to these bridges as they have the money to do so, and in the meantime they make fixes where they can.
All right, very good. Thanks for the information. Jen Lewke reporting live from Troy.